Today is the 4th of March of 2020. Time is getting closer to the day that I'm supposed to start the Pacific Crest Trail, which is March the 25th. And as I am getting ready to start, there's just a lot of things going on. So this is like a second update. I put a first update video, and this is the second one, and a lot of changes. One of the changes that I've had is that there has been I've changed some of my gear. First of all, the backpack that I've had, which was the Exos 48, the old Exos 48, which I used to call it my beloved Exos 48, because it's a really good backpack. However, when I was measured with it, I think I mentioned it before, it's actually a little bit too long, and it was really hurting my glutes. So I needed to get rid of it. For overnight, that was fine. I could deal with it, but this would really bother me on more of a long distance type of hikes, and I didn't want to have to deal with that. So I tried the HMG 3400 Southwest, which is the one that I thought I was going to go with, and that didn't really work, because that pack put a lot of strain on my shoulders right away, especially when I loaded it up. Julia at Nomad Adventures was nice enough to, in Idlewild, they're really helpful. She permitted me to get all my gear and load it up. I had additional water and whatnot just to make it heavy. And so I went ahead and did that, and I found that the HMG was a little bit too hard on my shoulders. There's another one called the Swift by Six Moon Designs, the makers of the Lunar Solo. And that one, they have a material that's waterproof, kind of like Dyneema, and I was gonna try to use that, but it says it's 36 liters, and it didn't look like 36 liters, but I'm not sure how they're measuring it. But being that it said 36 liter, I didn't even try to put my stuff in there. But I got the ULA circuit. I have that on right now. I've tried the ULA circuit before. It fits very similar to the 3400 to the Exos 48, the old one. It fits very similar to it, except for this one is fit a little bit better. There's one thing that I didn't like about the Exos 48 is that the pockets were too small. The new ones don't even have pockets. That's why I didn't go with the Exos 48, the new one. I like pockets. And so, having said that, so I changed that out. I'm trying out the circuit. It seems to be doing pretty good. The other item gear that I changed out was going from the Radiant 20 of the REI to the Western Mountaineering Versalite, which is a 10 degree. And the Radiant was heavier and did not compress very well, so I couldn't really pack stuff in the pack as well as I wanted to, because of that size, and it just wasn't warm enough. Whenever I got down to about 30 degrees, 34 degrees, I would wake up about 3 o'clock in the morning or so, and it was very cold. The Versalite it's very good. It's expensive. Western Mountaineering is expensive, but it's very good, and if it's something you're going to use for a long time, it should be good. The other thing that I changed out was the puffy that I had before was a 600 fill REI puffy. I changed that out for the Western Mountaineering Flight Jacket, which is very warm, except for one of the problems with. Well, there is no problem with the Flight Jacket, actually. I like the fact that it doesn't have a hoodie. I would often just get the hoodie and put it back and just have a beanie on the way I do right now. And so that is those are the three major changes that I've made: the ULA circuit, the Western Mountaineering Versalight, that's a 10 Fahrenheit. The Alpine Light is a 20, and I didn't want a 20. And I could always open it up. I could always open it up so that I could let some air in if I wanted to, or I could just use it as a quilt if I wanted to, a blanket. So,
Yeah.
oh cool! I thought I was the only one in the cameras around here, but I guess not. No. Some people are doing some photography work over here. And so this is a daily ranch in Escondido. Yeah, I like the Versalite, and that compacts really. It compacts, even though it is loftier, it compacts much better than the Radiant 20. The flight jacket compacts very well too. It doesn't compact into its own pocket. I could put it in its own sleeve if I wanted to. The way Arc'teryx says that they like their Atom LT, which Olivia, which is right there, she's wearing the Atom LT right now. That's her go-to jacket. She loves it. I said Olivia, didn't I? Oliveoil. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, that I'm very satisfied with those things. Now, having the ULA backpack, having the Versalite sleeping bag, and the flight jacket, also the REI what is it? Zero Dry GTX rain jacket. Those three items are keeping me from going down into the ultralight weight level. So I would rather have comfort than being ultralight. I want to be as light as I can though. So I've ditched the 900 Vargo. The 900 Vargo pot, I ditched that, and I had I've had for some time. I think before the Vargo, I've had the Tokes. I think it's a 750, or right around there. A little bit lighter. I got that one. I ditched the cozy, both cozies. I'm gonna figure out a way of how to heat up the food. If I'm gonna heat it, I will, a lot of it. I plan to anyway. Without having either a cozy, either the cozy for the 750 or the cozy for the plastic bags, freezer bags. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it as far as some changes that I have going on. Packing. We're packing. Oliveoil already left her job. I already left my job. She's getting ready to go to move up to Murrieta. We both are, and then I'll be leaving from there to a southern terminus on the 25th. So those are the updates right now.